Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Pour Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright? Now look, so for this one, y'all know I just dropped a video yesterday talking about the Kids Talent Show. You know what I'm saying? And I was gonna be MIA, you know what I'm saying, on a couple videos for a minute because I was gonna try and push out their content. Well, with the talent show, mostly everything that was done in the talent show was basically off of music. And when you're doing YouTube, you can't upload that music on your channel. You would get straight for that. You would get a copyright. You know what I'm saying? So sorry kids, I can't upload the rest of the videos. I was only able to put one out. And that was only because it was just straight comedy. It was just the kids telling jokes, But as far as, otherwise, all of the other videos, I can't upload them because they all got music in them. And I don't want to get hit with a copyright. So, sorry, kids. Now, back to regular programming. I got something to say on this situation, right? And I done made a video about this. How can I put it? When I first started YouTube, I first started this channel back in August of 2024, right? So I'm gonna say maybe mid-September, October, somewhere around there. I made a video. You know what? It might have been at the beginning. I don't know. I don't go back and check shit. I just know what I did. You know what I'm saying? So I made a video. It was one of my first videos. I made a video about renting versus owning, the pros and cons of both. It was one of my very first videos. So what I'm about to say about everything I got to say, this ain't nothing new. I've been saying this. You know what I'm saying? So to everybody that's just tuning in now or, just tuned in lately, I spoke on this earlier. You know what I'm saying? Through my YouTube journey. So again, if you think what I'm saying is some bullshit that I just came up with because of this video that I'm about to play and the commentary I'm about to give you, you can go back and go check out one of my first videos. I promise you. The title is Renting versus Owning, the pros and cons of both, right? All right. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and play this little video for y'all real quick. I want y'all to hear this, and then I'm going to give my commentary on it. This is my other daughter's phone. This is my 7-year-old. I got a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old. This is my 7-year-old phone, so don't get on me. All right? This is the video. It's a very little small box, as you can see. So I'm not going to hold the phone up for you to see it. I'm going to just play the audio so you can hear it. All right.
To build my business and my family homes right here on Lakewood and Chalmers. What I need to share with you, it may cost me my life, and I pray that it doesn't cause any harm to my family. Inside these envelopes is the documents, and you're not going to believe what the mayor, Mike Duggan, and the devilish Detroit Land Bank has done. They have literally taken my home. I have worked.
Okay. So that was the video, right? So basically what's going on is this man built this house from the ground up. He built his own house. He been owning that house for the past 20 years, right? And the mayor of Detroit, which is Mike Duggan, which is a white guy, we done had him for a while now. We done had him for some years. The whole city love him, all of that shit, right? Well, what this guy was just saying was the house that he built with his own two hands, on his own, and he been owning and been taking care of, paying bills, maintaining, all of that, right? He been doing all of that on this house for the past 20 years. And now the mayor, Mike Duggan, and the Detroit Land Bank took his house. Now he's homeless. What he said was he have a envelope full of documents saying that, hey, we taking your house, yo. It's a wrap on that, right? Okay, so now y'all understand the situation about the video I just played for you. So now let me give you my commentary on it. Like I said, I done spoke on this before, so this ain't nothing new that I'm about to say. All I'm about to do is just reassure what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, what I gotta say about this, Mr. Roll Up? This is what I gotta say. Stop believing the hype that you own property. We don't own nothing, right? I'm not talking about black people. I'm not just talking about white people. I'm not talking about Mexican people. I'm talking about people, period. We don't own nothing. Yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow, ain't it? But it's the truth. We don't own shit. We don't. That's just the truth of the matter. What you mean, Mr. Roll Up? All right, let me go a little deeper in the pussy, right? That property that you living in, you might own that property, but you don't own that land. So no matter wherever your property sit at, whatever land that is sitting on, that's owned by the city. That's owned by the state. That is not yours. I know, right? Sound harsh, right? Pretty hard pill to swallow. Well, I tell you what, take you a grain of salt, pour it in a cup of water, and swallow that shit. Because that's the truth. Now, y'all know over here, I keep everything gangster. I don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm here to try and tell y'all the real about property. We don't own nothing. We don't even own our bank accounts. You know what I'm saying? If, just say you got a bank account with Chase. Just say you got $500,000 in there. You've been banking with Chase for the past 15 years. You never had a problem with them. Everything you do is on time. Your bills on auto pay with them. You keep money in the bank. You great, right? You thinking you that guy, right? Or you that woman, right? If Chase say, you know what, we done with you, we about to just go ahead and close your account, they can do that right now. They can do that right now. And there's nothing you can do about it. You know why? Because you are banking with them. That's their account. You are just the temporary owner of that account. But in all, that is their account. Look at your debit card. It says Chase on the debit card. Bank of America, Citibank, you know what I'm saying? Whoever you bank with, their logo is on your debit card. It's because that's their property. You are just a temporary holder of that property, but it's not yours. How about the cars you drive? You bought your car 10 years ago. Never had no problems with nobody, nothing. You own your car. You take care of it. You keep put up in the garage. You know, you maintain everything. You do everything that you need to do on your car. This is your car, right? Look at that title. Pull out the title to your car. Pull it out. I ain't talking about your name and your address and all that. Look at the very top of your title. Do you know what it say? It say state of blah, blah, blah. I'm in Michigan. So our titles says state of Michigan. That's who own that car, not you. You are the temporary owner of that vehicle. But the state, at the end of the day, that's who owns that vehicle, is the state, not you. Meaning, if one day come and the state say, hey, we need that car, bro. That's us. It's nothing you could do about it. It ain't nobody you can call. It ain't no court system you can go through. None of that. You gonna get shot down in the end. Because guess what? The state owns that property. Your house. I never owned a house. I always rented houses. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the deed say on a house, but I can guarantee you. And I could have looked it up, you know what I'm saying, and thrown my own, little spin on it. But I'm not. Like I said, I keep everything gangster. I freestyle everything, and I just come straight from here with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to Google shit and all of that, to try and sound accurate and all of that. I come from right here, from experience, what I know and what I done been through. Now, I'm not right about everything. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of us right about everything. But I do know more than a little bit. So don't just think I'm some dumbass hood nigga because I grew up in the D, you know what I'm saying, and I done been through a lot of hood shit. I'm really smart as fuck for real. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here to give y'all some real motherfucking game, So, like I was saying with that deed, right? I can guarantee you at the top of that deed, it says state of whatever state you in. That's who owns that property. They own that shit. They might not actually own the actual property, but they own that land. And your property sits on that land. So guess what? That's their property. You don't have no say-so in this game. I'm sorry to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And with that post that I just showed y'all, it's flying all around the internet. You know what I'm saying? Because my man's saying that the city took his house and now he homeless. You know what I'm saying? So now the whole internet is up in the uproar about this shit. They can't do that. Nah, they can't do that. That's our property. That's our shit. Blah, 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 blah. Right? So, you know what I did? I shared that post and I made my own comment. I said, I told y'all them white people was coming back for their property. You know what I'm saying? You see it all downtown Detroit. And I also said that if the Lions win the Super Bowl, it's a wrap. I've been saying this for years. And now it's starting to happen. Let me bag it up a little bit. Like I was just saying about downtown Detroit. If you really from Detroit or you done been around Detroit, just say the past 20 years, you know that downtown Detroit was a ghost town. You know what I'm saying? Like after the mid 2000s, when everybody was getting shot down there and all of that shit, and people was scared to come downtown, downtown Detroit was straight ghost town. All of the buildings down there was shut down because didn't nobody want to do business downtown. Didn't nobody want to do business with Detroit, period. Because Detroit was crazy. Detroit was the murder capital at that time, all type of shit. Like, Detroit was way up there. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, we had over 1 million residents. Now we only down to like 300,000-400,000 or some shit like that. That's what I'm saying. Back at that time, it was different. That's why I was saying, like, every block, it'd be 100 niggas on every single block. You know what I'm saying? That was back then when our population was up. You know what I'm saying? And that was because niggas was tweaking. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was tweaking. Niggas was tweaking all through the city. And then they was going downtown doing that shit. So all the people that had all that big money and all of that, they moved their business from downtown because niggas kept coming down there doing stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So downtown Detroit was a ghost town for like 10 plus years straight ghost town. I know this personally, not because of what I heard or what I've seen on the news. Like, no, I was a downtown type ass nigga. Like, I always was downtown. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a car guy. I had all the whips and shit. So, of course, me and my boys, we downtown stunting. You know what I'm saying? Damn near every day, every night. Literally, all of the buildings downtown, no lights. It was ghost town. It was dark down there. Only thing that was going on downtown was headlights and street lights. That's the only way we was able to see down there. That's just how dark it was downtown back then. You know what I'm saying? When all them people moved their businesses from downtown Detroit, It was headlights and street lights. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Now, all of a sudden, these past few years, downtown Detroit, they made a hell of a comeback. Now, downtown Detroit is like one of the most popping areas of the damn country. You know what I'm saying? Dan Gilbert came down there, put millions of dollars down there, and then opened everything up. Every business downtown is up and running now, with a prominent business in it that's generating a lot of money. It ain't no businesses downtown Detroit that ain't doing good. Flat out. Guess what? All of them white people, they back now. They back walking around downtown Detroit with no problem. They ain't worried about a nigga shooting up some shit or doing nothing. When again, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, boy, you would get your ass killed down there playing like that. Not come down there on that. And like I said, all of the businesses is up and running. Everything is doing great downtown Detroit. Downtown Detroit is a multi-million-dollar area to be in. You know what I'm saying? When I was just saying it was ghost town just some years ago. It was headlights, street lights. That was it. Now that bitch popping. You could be homeless and go downtown and can come up on some shit now at this very moment. You know what I'm saying? That's just how popping downtown is. It's a Gucci store downtown Detroit. They have a whole Gucci store. You know Gucci ain't just going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It got to be a prominent area for Gucci to be there. Gucci is one of the top tier designers. And we have a Gucci store downtown Detroit. That ain't for the black people. That's for the white people. You know what I'm saying? Nah. What I got to say about the white people? I'm not racist. I'm not colorist. I ain't none of that. I love my white people. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by the white people, I mean by the white people that actually own the property, the land that we are on. Them the white people I'm talking about. The white people that you won't see. Or if you do see them, you don't have no clue who the hell they is. They like an Adam Sandler out here. You know what I'm saying? They dress up in like a $50, $60 outfit and they worth $2 billion. You wouldn't even know. Those are the type of white people that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about your average white people, you know, just out here living their life. You know what I'm saying? Having fun, laughing, drinking, smoking, and partying. I'm not talking about them type. I'm talking about the white people that you don't see on the regular. And if you do see them again, you wouldn't have no clue that they are them ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like them IRS type of white people, them government type of white people, them court system type of white people, them systematic type of white people. Those are the type of white people that I'm talking about. And I say white people because with those type of positions, you don't see that many black people with them higher up type of positions. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100, you know? Let's just be for real. You know, if they could show you a picture of all of them higher up people like that, you know, just say like the owner of Wendy's, the owner of McDonald's, you know, all of them higher up people, they white people. You know what I'm saying? Just being for real. You know, let's go a little deeper into the pussy, right? Let's talk about slavery. I'm going to just throw this in the mix real quick. Just like them slavery days, right? You had regular white people walking around living their life doing them. And then you had them white people that was masters. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about those type of white people. The white people that's on a higher scale. Those are the white people I'm talking about when I say them white people coming back for their property. So this ain't no jab at white people at all. I'm just speaking the real on the type of white people that I am talking about. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, let's go just a little further into the pussy, right? Now, At this point, like I said, you got the white people, they coming back for their land. This was originally their land. Detroit. I'm going to just speak on Detroit for right now. You know what I'm saying? This was originally their land. How you figure that, Mr. Roll Up? Go do your history on Detroit. Detroit was a white town. Not even that long ago. Not even 100 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Back in like the 60s, 50s, 60s, Detroit was a white town. It was all white people. Y'all remember Tim Allen from Home Improvement? He was running the streets of Detroit back then. Him and his crew. You know what I'm saying? That was their era. So this is what I'm getting at. Like, Detroit wasn't always an all-black town. Like, no, it wasn't. What happened? Look, you go a little further in the pussy, right? Since we here. What happened was that us as black people, we migrated from the South and came up here to the North because we had the big three here in Michigan. Ford, GM, Chrysler, right? Everybody wanted plant jobs. So what our people knew was that if we wanted a plant job, we need to move there where the plant's at. So that's what happened. Mainly everybody from Detroit, we pretty much from the South. Talk to people from Detroit and ask them about they roots, their ancestors. If they get to digging on all of that, they're going to, yeah, my people from Georgia, you know, we came from Alabama, you know, we came from Louisiana. And we all came from the South somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We just migrated up here to Detroit. Look at my accent. Everybody say, I've been hearing this since I was a kid. Everybody been saying I have a Southern accent. And I ain't never spent a day in the South, like living down there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't been down there a couple of times, but like literally being down South, I never been down South like that. But everybody say I have a Southern accent. Yeah, because that's my roots. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where my family originally came from, but I know we came from the South. You know what I'm saying? And my accent tells that. Don't nobody say I talk like a Detroit nigga. Everybody say I sound like I'm from the South. And I've been a Detroit nigga my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Put in work all around that bitch. Stood on every block. Shook hands with damn near everybody. You know what I'm saying? I've been a Detroit nigga my whole life. I was born here in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And I still had this Southern slang, this Southern accent. You know what I'm saying? I might not have, what can you say, the riches of a Southern accent, but I do have a Southern accent. You know what I'm saying? According to other people, you know. That's because of what I just said. We migrated from the South to come up here to the North to get these plant jobs. You know what I'm saying? That's how that happened. So when we started coming up north for these plant jobs, they was giving them to us. Why is that, Mr. Roll Up? Because we was working for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah, they was hiring the fuck out of us. Back then, $10 an hour was a lot of money. You know? So motherfuckers was taking them jobs. Hell yeah. That's how it happened. That's how black people took over Detroit. So by the time the late 70s, the 80s hit, what happened? Detroit full of black people. All the white people moved out. They got the fuck on. They seen all them black people coming up here. They got the fuck on. I moved to my neighborhood off of 7 Mile and Evergreen. You know what I'm saying? I told you I originally came from West Warren, Illinois. I came from the dirt. You know what I'm saying? We moved to 7 Mile and Evergreen. Let me tell you something. My mama thought that 7 Mile and Evergreen was the suburbs. That just go to show you that, what can you call it? Gentrification or whatnot. That's how you can tell that shit is real. Because my mother thought that a hood in Detroit was the suburbs at that time. And that's why she moved over there. She didn't move over there because she liked the street sign and none of that. She moved over there because it was still a lot of white people over there. You know what I'm saying? That was the area of Detroit where the black people haven't migrated yet. All the black people was still in the more urban neighborhoods. So 7 Mile was more like a suburban area. Had brick houses and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when people start filling through the city and they start seeing different neighborhoods, like, oh shit, it's nice over here. I want to move over here. I like this over here. Guess what? The white people packed up and got the fuck on. Turned the whole damn city into all black people. So yes, the neighborhood that I'm from, 7 Mile, it was the suburbs at one point. And I remember them days. You know what I'm saying? This is what I mean. Now, that shit is like one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Detroit. When at one point, it was the suburbs. My mother moved over there because it was the suburbs at that time. You know what I'm saying? Now it's labeled as one of the worst neighborhoods in Detroit. They got fucking spot shotters and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking watching us, you know what I'm saying, through the blocks, through the streets, all type of shit. Because it's so violent over there. I didn't watch people I know died in that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And at one point in time, it was the suburbs. Now, that motherfucker is a death trap. So this is what I'm saying about them white people coming back for their property. They coming back for that shit. Why they coming back for Detroit, Mr. Roll Up? The big three, baby. The big three. The big three is gonna forever make money. Forever. And on top of that, Detroit, we border Canada. The United States and Canada do a lot of business together. You got the Ambassador Bridge that splits, well, really it's the Detroit River that splits Canada from the US. You got the Ambassador Bridge that you take across from the US to Canada. Canada back to the US. Or they got an underground tunnel that you can use. But I'm just speaking on the Ambassador Bridge, right? This is how close the US and Canada is. You could take a bridge that probably take maybe 10 minutes, probably 5 minutes to drive across. And now you in a whole nother country. Detroit is one of the most prominent cities in the country. And black people then came here and fucked all that up. Then gave Detroit a bad name. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? Them white people said, you know what? We let y'all have this shit too long. Y'all ain't did nothing with it. All y'all did was tear this shit up. So here we are. We coming back. We coming to take that shit. Because y'all been playing with this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been playing with this. Y'all had all the property. Y'all had the land. Y'all had the time. Y'all had the space. Y'all had all of that. And I know this personally. This ain't no news reporting shit I'm on. This is what I know personally. I seen the city being took over by black people. Again, we moved to a neighborhood where it was still white people at. And then maybe a year later, they was gone. You know what I'm saying? They was gone. And it was just nothing but niggas. More and more black people moving into these areas. Having kids. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was so many of us growing up. Like I said before, I looked at my hood was the world. Like, we got everything. You know what I'm saying? We got everything in this damn neighborhood. And on top of that, it's a million of us over here. We don't got to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what we did to Detroit. We turned Detroit into a damn pigsty, for real. All we doing is killing each other, kidnapping each other, raping each other. You know what I'm saying? Burning up houses, businesses, all type of dumb shit. And it's all over street names. Nothing serious, nothing for real. It's because I'm from this street and you from that street. So now I got to destroy you and your shit because we ain't from the same street. We don't live on the same street. So with us tearing down the city, that's a prominent city, that's home of the big three, and borders Canada. And Detroit got a lot of other good things going on too. But those are the two main things I'm going to speak on. We had the big three and we bordered Canada. How long you thought them white people was going to let us just tear this shit up? Because after so much tearing up, guess what? Canada going to stop doing business with us. Them Canadians going to be scared to cross that bridge to come over here and do business with us. And them Canadians ain't going to want us crossing that bridge going over there to their side. So guess what's going to happen? If the white people let us just keep tearing this damn city up and let us just doing what the fuck we want, guess what's going to happen? Canada going to cut us off. We can't have it. We can't have it. Not to a small portion of black people. Yeah, this is this to the black people. Call it what you want. I'm just being for real. You know what I'm saying? This is how them people look at us. We not going to have this small portion of black people tear down our business, tear down our connection with a whole nother country. You know what I'm saying? So what they do? They got tougher on the police. They made the police start locking down and grabbing these niggas up, take their ass to jail, lock them away. All of these tough guys, street guys that want to corrupt and violate and be violent to the community and make society unsafe, get rid of their ass. Because it was a point in time when we had a police unit called Gang Squad. Gang Squad didn't lock us up. Gang Squad pull up 2 cars deep. They'll hop out 8 cops deep. They'll walk up on a group of guys. It could be 20 of us on the corner. They'll walk up on you. Be like, look, we tell you like this. We know y'all niggas selling drugs out here. We know y'all shooting people. We know y'all do what y'all do, whatever. You know, we tell you what. We want to fight y'all. Yeah, throw them hands. We want to fight y'all. And if we win, we taking your guns, your work, all of that. Whatever you got, whatever trap houses you got on this block, them ours. Y'all operation done if we whoop y'all. But if y'all whoop us, y'all can have the block. Y'all can have y'all guns. Y'all can have y'all work. Matter of fact, if it's a raid going on, we'll pull up and let y'all know. Get off the block. They about to raid this bitch. Get off the block. That was Gang Squad. That was back in like 05 to like 08, 09 days. You know what I'm saying? Gang Squad might have been a little before that. That's just what I remember of them. They had to shut that down because Gang Squad wasn't bringing nobody in. They wasn't locking nobody up. They was dirty cops. They was street niggas turned cops. You know what I'm saying? They was dirty cops. They was helping out niggas in the hood. They was helping us out. And then sometimes guys will get whooped by the cops. And the cops will still be cool. Like, you know what? We ain't tripping. At least y'all niggas had the heart to fight us. You know what I'm saying? We still gonna look out for y'all. That was Gang Squad, bro. The system had to cut them out. Ain't no more Gang Squad. They been cut them out. Why? Because they was street niggas turned cops. You know what I'm saying? The system had to investigate them like, nah, y'all niggas ain't right. Y'all ain't bringing nobody in or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Which was adding corruption to the city of Detroit. So it took a long time, but they had to buckle all that shit down to where now, like I was saying, back then, we had over a population of over 1 million people. Now, it's only a couple 100,000 of us. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers been dying. Motherfuckers been going to jail. Motherfuckers been moving on. And this was all a part of the gentrification. It's a new gentrification going on. They getting rid of our asses. When at first they let us have that shit, now they getting rid of us. Right? And this is how they getting rid of us. Jail, death, Now they taking our property. Yeah. Because the white people is coming back for their shit. They tired of it. We done fucked over too much. We came too far and did way too much without no real investments. All we got in the city is barbershops and hair salons. Ain't none of our black people in the city really running no real businesses. Again, it's barbershops, hair salons, clothing stores, little shit like that. We don't have no real businesses going on. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no real estate firms, you know what I'm saying, in the city going on and none of that. You know, we don't got like no real businesses going on. And then what real businesses we do have, like gas stations, liquor stores, you know, things like that, we don't own. So guess what? We in the way. We in the way. A lot of people still believe in Detroit, and all different kind of states all across the country still believe in Detroit, still love Detroit. Even with the bad reputation that our black people gave Detroit, it's still a lot of people that love our city. And they willing to invest in our city any day. But before they do that, y'all gotta get rid of them niggas. So guess what? The system said, damn, y'all right. We do need to get rid of them niggas. So guess what? We about to get rid of them niggas. They not bringing no real money to the city. What money they bring to the city is drug money, you know, things that's untaxable. You know what I'm saying? Crimes, making people scared. You know what I'm saying? That's what they bringing. But we got a way bigger, stronger mass of people that got money, that want to invest in Detroit, that want to bring Detroit back. So guess what? That small mass of black people that's there tearing that shit down, we about to get rid of their ass and bring in the people that really want to reinvest in this town, that want to bring this town back before this small group of black people destroy this motherfucker. Before we let them destroy this town, we gonna bring in a new group of people that's gonna rebuild this shit before we just let them destroy it and send it to the ground. That's exactly what happened. They hired Dan Gilbert. Who is Dan Gilbert? Go do your homework on him. That man got money on top of money. He like a silent Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And he came here to Detroit and he revamped this bitch. Not the city, downtown. He revamped that bitch with his own money. Not downtown Detroit raking in millions of dollars a day. Guess what else got brought down there to Detroit? The casinos. Motor City, Greektown, MGM. We got 3 major casinos. Not only we got the big 3 factories, now we got 3 major casinos that's open 24 hours. You can come in there and gamble at 3 in the morning, or you can come in there and gamble at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, whenever you got time. It ain't no open or close to the casino. It's whenever you got time. Whenever you got time and whenever you got money, come on down. You could win some, you could lose some. It's up to you. You think they got all that shit downtown Detroit and they not about to come back for the city? Again, I made a video about this when I first started this YouTube shit, talking about the difference between renting and owning. And at the end of the day, renting and owning is like one and the same. It's not the same, but it's damn near like one and the same. And it's coming to the light right now. Just through that video I just showed y'all. Well, that audio that I let you hear. It's coming to the light. You know what I'm saying? Owning just make it sound more strict. It just sound more valuable than actually renting. Now, of course, renting got its pros and cons to it too. You know what I'm saying? But owning is like a slither high of renting. And here is the truth. Here it is. This man got his house took from him that he built from the ground up. He took it from him. The land banks of Detroit, the mayor of Detroit, took his property. He said it was like on Chalmers or something somewhere. That's the east side. Yeah. Now they coming into the city. They conquered downtown Detroit. That was first mission. They conquered. All right, we got downtown now. Everybody feels safe. Everybody back downtown. Everybody spending money. We got downtown now. Now let's start going through the city. Let's raise the rent on everybody so they can't afford that shit. Get their ass up out of there. What's been going on? Inflation. And inflation is a worldwide thing. But I'm just speaking on Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Inflation. All of this shit is systematic. It's not the presidents or none of that. This shit is systematic. The Congress passed this bill. Again, the white people that you don't see. They passed this bill for inflation. And what's going on? Your landlord took your rent up by $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Your rent was just $800 a month. Now it's $1,800 a month. $2,000 a month for the same fucking property that you've been renting for the past 2-3 years. The same property. You ain't got a bigger space. You didn't move to a different area. You in the same fucking space that you've been paying rent at for the past 2-3 years. And your rent was $800. Now out of nowhere, it's $1,800. It's a new gentrification going on. And with this new gentrification going on, and like I said, it's going on all around the world. I'm just speaking on Detroit. You know what I'm saying? With this gentrification in Detroit that's going on, they're getting rid of us. They're coming back for their property, for their land. And let me pull out a little back from the pussy. Let me pull back an inch or two from the pussy. You know what I'm saying? We still in the pussy. But you know, pull back about an inch or two out the pussy, right? Now, what I was saying about the video when I made my post, well, I shared it and I made a comment on it, and I told y'all to comment. I said them white people was coming back. They coming back for their property. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but black people in my comment section. Instead of them hearing the message, all they got was that ain't their property. That's our property. They stealing our stuff. Ain't nothing theirs. That's ours. Instead of these black people in my comments taking that message and saying, damn, they not playing. It's time for us to get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Let's go somewhere else where they ain't on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? Let's start something somewhere else where, let me put it like this. You got plenty of cities and states where it ain't nothing going on. Where basically you could start over. You know what I'm saying? And be like under the radar. I'm speaking on these major areas that they hitting right now. Listen to me. They about to take over all of these major cities. New York, Chicago, Detroit, LA, Miami. You know what I'm saying? So on and so on. They about to take over all of these major areas. They about to gentrify everything. Like I said, I'm just speaking on Detroit. But listen to what I'm saying. It's about to be an all-around thing, all around the board. The world changed every couple of years. And it's making a change right now. And we see it in Detroit. Guess what? Everybody else gonna follow suit too. I done told y'all before, the system is one system. It's one system. It's not just a system here in this state, it's a system there in that state, system there in that state. Yeah, it is. But guess what? All of those systems, they're all one. They're all connected. They all have the same database. How you figure that, Mr. Roll Up? Get pulled over by a cop right now. You get pulled over by a cop, just say you got a warrant in Texas. And just say they pull you over in Louisiana. You know what's gonna happen? When they run your license and they see you got a warrant in Texas, they gonna call Texas. Hey, y'all want him? And if Texas say, yeah, we want him, guess what? Them Louisiana cops, they gonna put you in cuffs and they gonna take you into custody until Texas come get you. Why is that? Because it's one system. They all work together. It's one system. So if they hear gentrifying Detroit right now, guess what? They about to come hit all them other cities too. So get ready. I'm just showing you what's going on in Detroit right now. And this is real rap. You know what I'm saying? They about to take this shit and they about to run. So my advice to our people right now at this very moment, get the money you about to get and get the fuck on. Because you thinking that the rent is high right now, that shit about to go up some more and some more and some more. It ain't about to be no cap on this shit. It ain't no cap on how much they can charge you for rent. And even if you own your home, as you can see, they can just come take it. You know what I'm saying? So it's about to go two ways. It's about to be, they gonna keep raising the rent until you can't afford it no more. And if you own your property, they gonna come up with some way, somehow, to take that shit from you. They're getting rid of us, man. We demolished this city for way too long. And there's too many people that want to come and invest in this city. They want to bring this city back. And they showing that by what they doing downtown Detroit. They showing us this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's right in front of our eyes. They showing it to us. Now, you see white people in the hood. Yeah. Detroit ain't cut up like that no more. Now, don't get me wrong. Your ass you will still get your head buzzed. You still will motherfucking get robbed. You still will get carjacked. You still will fucking get kidnapped, all type of shit. Yeah, all of that is still going. Don't get it fucking twisted. But like I said before, our population been cut than more than half. So it ain't nowhere near like what it used to be. So guess what? The white people, they feeling safe now. Now they moving into the neighborhoods. 12th Street. What y'all seen on BMF? 12th Street, Lamar and his boys and all of that shit? Yeah. 12th Street, a motherfucking thing. Them niggas are straight up gangsters. Guess what? Go down 12th Street now. You will see white people jogging up 12th Street. 12th Street. Not one of the blocks. They jogging up 12 right now. Comfortably. Without a worry in the world. One of the most gangsters ass hoods in the city. They jogging up that bitch right now. Right now. It's a new gentrification going on. You know what I'm saying? And they moving rapidly. I say within the next 5 years, it's going to be over with. All of that Detroit shit, it's going to be over with. And this is another thing I'm going to say. Now let's slip back a little further back into the pussy. Put that inch or two back in that motherfucker back in that motherfucker, right? Okay? If the Lions win a Super Bowl, it's a wrap. Yeah. Sound crazy, don't it? That's the truth. If the Lions win a Super Bowl, it's over with. This is what a lot of people was waiting on. The Pistons didn't win a championship. The Red Wings didn't won multiple championships. The Tigers didn't win championships. The Lions never won one. Well, what, since the 70s, 80s, or some shit like that? I'm talking about in recent times. The Lions ain't won the Super Bowl in the past 30, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Now you see the Lions is winning. What's going on? You see how many Lions fans it is that ain't even from Detroit, ain't even from Michigan. You got Lions fans all across the world. Again, Detroit is bigger than what you think it is. And it's not because of the gang banging and all of that. Detroit was Detroit before we started doing that. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the people is coming back for. They coming back for what they remembered before we started gang banging and all of that shit. Them people still remember that Detroit before us. They remember that big three doing this motherfucking thing before us. How you think all these people was getting their cars? The big three in Detroit was distributing these cars all around the country. So again, these people, they waiting on the Lions to win. The Lions win the championship. Well, I mean a Super Bowl. Oh man, it's over with. They gonna come flood the city. They gonna take this bitch over. I know, right? Hardest pill you probably gonna ever swallow in life. But this is real life. You know what I'm saying? Them people, they not playing, man. They not playing. They are not fucking playing. And when them Lions win a championship, I predict either they gonna win this 2026 Super Bowl or 2027 Super Bowl. They gonna win the Super Bowl within the next year or two. And when they do, baby, it's a wrap. That's my word. It's a wrap. They gonna flood this bitch. They gonna take this shit over. They are already buying up a whole bunch of houses in the city right now. They buying them up. They fixing them up. You know what I'm saying? They getting them ready. All this shit is set up. Do you know how many houses in the city that was like burnt up and shit from back in the day, gang banging and all of that? They done came and knocked them houses down, man. When them houses was sitting there on them blocks burnt up for years. Cause yeah, that was for us. Y'all live with that shit. Just like y'all see any Detroit niggas in the hood, you know, they showing burnt up houses and all of that shit. Yeah, that was for us. Yeah, y'all can have that. Y'all can have them burnt up houses and shit. Now what they do? They done came through this bitch with a wrecking ball and knocked all that shit down. Now, you know, wrecking ball, you know, that's reaching. Wrecking ball days is over with. I'm just saying wrecking ball, you know, because that's what it is. It was like they came through the wrecking ball and just got the whacking shit. Them houses gone. Them burnt up houses, them bitches gone. It's all grass now. You know what I'm saying? What you think is about to happen? They about to rebuild new property. They about to build new homes, new sheds, new garages, new everything. They bringing this shit back. You know what I'm saying? So stop thinking that we own this. We don't. We are just temporary holders of what we have. At the end of the day, this is their shit. If they want to cut your lights off right now, they can. What you gonna do about it? Who you gonna complain to? That's their shit. They cut your heat off right now. What you gonna do about it? Who you gonna complain to? It's their shit. They come for your property. What you gonna do? who you gonna complain to? It's they shit. Again, if you don't believe nothing I said, look at that title. Look at that deed. Look at whatever contract you have for that property that you are in. Look at that paperwork. At the top of the paperwork, it says state of, city of. That's who owns that land that your property is on. You might have had built that house from the ground up. You might have had built that shed from the ground up. You might have had built that garage from the ground up. But guess what? It has to land somewhere. It has to be planted somewhere. And where are you going to plant it? On their soil. So it's not yours. Unless you could pick up that piece of property that you built, unless you could pick it up with your two hands and walk into the next place and walk into the next place, if you can't do that, you don't own it, man. It ain't yours. These cell phones, they can cut everybody's cell phone off right now. What we gonna do about it? Who we gonna complain to? It's not ours, it's theirs. Apple, Android, whatever you got. It's not yours, it's theirs. So stop thinking that this is ours. It's not ours. It's not. If it was ours, then we could control the bills that we have. If it was ours, regardless if we own it or we rent it, whatever. If it was ours, we could control the bills. We could pay the bills when we want to. Matter of fact, we wouldn't even have bills. Look at it that way. If it was really yours, why would it be a bill on it? If it's yours, you built it, you maintain it, take care of it. It's yours. Why would you have to pay a bill on something that's yours? Because it's not yours. Look at that money that everybody glorify. Everybody glorify money. Money, 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 money. Right? Look at that bill. The $1 bill, the $5 bill, the $10 bill, the $20 bill, the $50 bill, or the $100 bill. Look at any of them. Matter of fact, look at the coins. Look at the paper bills and look at the coins. The penny, the nickel, the dime, the quarter. Look at all of those different coins and bills that is currency. Look at them. Take a good look at them. Guess what they say? United States of America. That currency belongs to the country, not you. You are the temporary holder of it. Where you getting at, Mr. Roll Up? All right, let's hit that back wall on that pussy then. Let's go there. Let's go there. Now you in that pussy. You in the back wall of that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You hitting them guts. You so far in that motherfucker, it don't even feel like the same pussy that you was hitting just a few minutes ago. Because you didn't slipped up in that thing. Now, this where we at with this situation. We hitting that back wall now. Right? We in there. We in there. So let's go there. Like I said, with that money, right? It ain't yours. No matter what you think. Where you getting at, Mr. Roll Up? All right, let's go ahead. Let's go there. Look at your boy, Lil Durk, R. Kelly, P. Diddy. Put all three of them together. That's a few $1 billion. All three of them niggas locked up with nothing. They don't got shit. They might got a couple dollars on their books. But guess what? That United States of America currency that they had, it don't mean nothing. Guess where it's at? It's about to go right back into the system. Court dates, lawyer fees, jail time, commissary. That shit gone now. Why is that? Because it's not yours. That's the system's money. And anytime they want to take back their property, they got the rights to do so. So before you reach out there and say it's mine, Remember, it ain't. It's theirs. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Pour Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.